Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV playthrough video. As we continue with my Endwalker playthrough, it's time for a recap. So previously, as we stepped into Endwalker, we began our venture to Sharlayan, boarding a ship in Limsa and bound to meet with Kryle upon arrival at her and the twins' home. Whilst on the ship though, in the wee hours, we feel a strange draw to the upper deck. And it was there that we were once again greeted by the glowing figure who called out to us in Mordona at the end of Shadowbringers. But it's not long before we discover who she really is, as we finally meet face to face with the primal Hydaelyn. She warns us of a conjunction forming and intertwining of her time and ours, and a conflict which will determine the fate of this world and all life upon it. Before leaving, she promises that we will meet again soon, and with that, we make our approach to the island of Sharlayan. On arrival, we are processed for entry, greeted by the masses, and begin our grand tour. We eventually find our new rising stones in the Baldesian Annex and host our first Scion meeting, focusing on two potential paths to gather information about the Telophoroi's plans. First on the list, an investigation into the change that has come over Sharlayan and the Forum's intentions in not lending aid to the rest of Eorzea. We get going to the first place to look for knowledge, the library, where we read up on some Sharlayan history and then head down for a quick harbourside coffee with Alisaie during our break. It's there that we spot an abundance of odd shipment activity heading into Labyrinthos, and so we journey downwards to investigate. We step out of the elevator and into a vast dome powered by artificial sunlight. An entire underground city awaits us. The Scions then talk with some of the Gleaners, and after helping Erenville, we are led to the Archaon, which denies us access to the lower levels. So we probe him for more information about why the Gleaners are also overworked. He's been mostly kept out of the loop, but points us towards a mine shaft that leads to the lower levels. So down we go, and at the other side we stumble upon some pretty flowers. After a quick biology lesson, thanks Mariol, we learn that they are known as heart blooms and possess a strange ability to mimic in colour the feelings of those in their presence, but their origin is still unknown. Afterwards, we spot Erenville again and decide to tail him, as Toads, Alfie Toad and Ali Toad, along with Toad Caves, masterfully eavesdrop on the Gleaner as he meets with some of the Forum representatives, pleading for some explanation as to what they are working towards. He's told that in an age-long past, Sharlayan was charged with a momentous duty, and that the time has come to fulfill that duty. As he leaves, he of course spots us because we're terrible Toad actors, and we return to speak with Kryle. But she seems infatuated with those pretty heart blooms from before. She hands the Warrior of Light a flower and asks if we will speak with Hydaelyn through her, lending her body to the primal for a moment, and she tells us that this bloom will be our guide to walk free and bear the light for others to follow. But the jig's up, we've been made, and we're being brought to trial in the Forum. We seem though to have some allies in there, with Montashane taking our side with logic, but we lose the vote and are heavily restricted while in Sharlayan from now on. Outside, as we process the situation, another Sharlayan friend approaches, and we finally get our long overdue introduction to Mrs. Emiliance Levalier, aka Alfie's mom. She invites us to their overly large home with 13 butlers and provides the twins with some brand new drip and the Warrior of Light with an incredible tease. And that's about where we left it off. Now it's time for our road trip with the boys to Thavnair. I hope you guys are excited. Don't forget to subscribe, become a member if you want to help support the channel. I appreciate you guys. Let's get into the episode. Okay, it's boys' day out. Let's go. I have Kryle's instructions in hand. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnair before, I can travel by Aetheryte. But what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Kryle was of the same mind and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. Okay. The Confluence, thou sayest? What's the Confluence? I'm afraid so, my friend. Oh? Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered thee owing to the knowledge of our comrade Moonbreda. I remember Iceheart. Moonbreda was an authority on aetherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Wait, is that where her parents are? Oh. Oh. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Haven't you gone to see them yet? I wonder, do they know? They probably know, right? I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last, as it hath the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus I have kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice, and yours alone. If it is too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled then, let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kite. Oh, Kite. Shit, this is where they make aetherites? That's pretty cool. This is Kite. Well now, this is rather a lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Kryl and students of Baldesion. We seek passage to Thavnair, and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects. Welcome, welcome. Test subjects? Oh, you hadn't heard? Well then, allow me to explain. So, in order to travel to an aetherite, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurling along the livestream. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of aetherite teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aetherite without being attuned to it? A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been. For long years we've labored to make such travel possible, that people might move about more freely. And finally we've done it. We've created a new kind of aetherite that doesn't require attunement. Truly? That changes everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these aetherites, but the aetherites themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that of our first test pair of aetherites, one has been installed here in Charlian, and the other over in Yedelmad, a port town in Thavnair. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Rad's Athan, and indeed we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. So to sum up, we're to test these aetherites. How fortuitous. For you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Oh yeah. Will this be a problem? Not at all. Oh. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherites were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. A veritable dream come true. And far be it from me to worry about such things, but do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the livestream, in the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it's plain that you are most people. Mistress Kryl truly knows how to pick him. If I might change the subject, are Master Wilson and Mistress Bluida not present today? Oh, you didn't hear? They've recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. I see. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Aetherite Plaza. I'll be along shortly. Thanks, Kite. Alright. Might die. But it's all good.
Right, we're all set.
Oh. Right, Kite.
Just the
He
four
has
of
the
you, was
right
it?
earrings.
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
Of course he is.
You are? Oh, I would have preferred more test subjects.
You take what
well,
you can
never mind.
get.
If our 3 travellers could line up here, please.
Tancred, you go first.
Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
Sounds pleasant. Whoa. She's a key card.
Oh, and one last thing.
Don't die.
You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
She throws that in at the last minute.
What?
Kite, you shite. Okay, Thavnair. Let's see it. We gotta travel across the world. No ship this time. Ooh, colorful.
To city-state Rads at Khan. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy.
Okay.
Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time.
Until Fan Daniel. Okay, I'm alive.
Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have?
Oh no.
What chance?
We gotta take the first night off, boys.
Against such an insidious foe.
Okay, so we got kind of like another Eastern theme, like an Indian kind of theme going in this place. I like it. He's already fed up.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish.
I'm sorry.
Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
Hair of the dog, boys. That'll do it.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions. Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
You sure that was Kryle and not Tataru? Wait, are we on a budget? Of course, the Warrior of Light has to seize the day. You managed to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you be able to reach Estinian in time? Question. Oh god, the weather took a turn for the worse. I can attune to this. Oh god. Ether sickness. Ow. Hey, bro. You there, I need 3 drinks, something that helps with ether sickness. By the Matsya, a traveler. I mean greetings. Greetings and welcome. You're wise, good sir, to come to me. My special Amra lassi made with only the finest and freshest ingredients is famed for calming unruly bellies. By way of a warm welcome to Thavnair, I'm pleased to offer it to you for the low price of 19,800 gil. For not 1, not 2, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. The price is high road robbery, and you want to say as much to Estinian, but you realize any words of warning you cry out would be accompanied by your last meal. You must stand before Estinian and, using gestures, deny that the deal is fair. We're getting real creative. The emote usage. I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that is so urgent? No, Estinian. I feel like Cooper from Interstellar. Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassie. This merchant is swindling me. Ugh. Sincerest apologies, sir, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for 3 bottles of lassie. That confusion would have been quite costly for the both of us. Very well then. Your coin. For the both of us. Also, what the heck are these things? Here, a bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. I'll be back after I've explored the town. Ah! Don't worry, I can offset it with Peloton. Boys, look what I've got. Praise be to the 12. My stomach doth loosen its death grip. Way to be dramatic. My heartfelt thanks to thee and Estinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. You were in time. Excellent, you've spared us to Taru's wrath. Exactly, that's what I was saying. Sweet release. If you haven't already, you should have yours too. These guys are very dramatic. I went for a morning run in the rain. Right, I'm ready to get on with it. That lassie truly worked wonders. As usually does with Thancred. Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair. Oh no. Okay. I thought it was mine for a second. I was like, hey, whoa, we've already got the dad stealing thing going on here. Aye, I've bound it. It is the most I could do against this heat short of shedding my armor. May I ask where you got the cord for it? A local vendor. The man said it's a Thavnairian weave, tough and not easily unraveled. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gil. A steal, I was told. Tis nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over form. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alphinaud could hold a candle to you. I expected the Azure Dragoon to put up more of a fight. On that subject, I shall refrain from making comment, yet I cannot help but observe that the merchants seem overzealous in their pursuit of profit. They're just standard merchants, no? Claiming Thavnair as its dominion, the nation of Rads at Han hath long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning there were the Arka Sodara, a Matanga tribe indigenous to this island. Over time they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hanish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over. A development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this hath combined to make a trading power of Rads at Han, yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that merchants at a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travellers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so. That opportunistic pricing is rampant doth suggest that oversight is much weakened. Or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, it would be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical, aye. We've not to lose by learning more. So, ere we seek out Kral's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yedlumad? Excellent. We didn't exactly get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. Okay. Right, let's split up and make inquiries in town. 2, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we regroup by the Aetheryte. Off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. I'm fine now, I properly attuned. You guys are screwed. Hey man. Well now, if it isn't a traveler, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Narunair. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine, after a fashion. But no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives thanks to the Radiant Host, but business is as good as dead. What'll become of us, only the gods know. The Radiant Host. Huh. Interesting. I wonder who that could be. Gazing out from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby isles, with the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels farther away. Compared to the other ports you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. Howdy, me hearty. What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Kadjaya. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Kadjaya a visit. He'd be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him here at the Salt Wind Sails, the Harbour Guild building across the water from here. Hello, sir. Hello. The Dalmascans aren't coming, but we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. Ah, but this will be an enormous loss. Alright, forget about the Dalmascans. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hannish favourites. Our consortium works closely with the merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Kadjaya, I do. Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Your lucky day, buddy. I'm a foreigner. Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. No. I see, that's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. My name is Matsya, and I'm here to see Kadjaya. He looked like a big cutie. Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. Aw, big guy. A good talk to him. He's a pat on the back. Hey buddy, it's okay. He's a big meanie. Yes? Can I help you? Ah, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kadjaya too, did you? I'm Matsya, a fisherman of Akyaali, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Kadjaya, who offers it to foreign merchants. But he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him, just as soon as he's free anyway. He's a hard-working man and I dare not disturb him. He reminds me of Eeyore. No good. If I may ask, what is it that you do? An adventurer, you say, and you travel the world, helping people? Then that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? You see, I've brought some fresh fish with me. The portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is I'm terrible with people. I've only ever dealt with the Kadjaya, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead and show me how it's done? This guy, it's all an act. He's just getting me to do his chores. If you're willing, please let me know, and we can begin at once. You'll do it then. Show me how to deal with customers. I'm in your debt. Right, please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Yedlamad. I will observe you and learn. Can I drop him in the water? You can't. Oh, damn. Hey, come on, little guy. Come on. Hey. That's cruel. That's cruel. Yes. The sea's bosom to your mouth. I'll go straight to the point. Fish here, fish here. I'm sure your bosom fish are very fresh, but this is rather sudden. I don't need any fish right now, so thanks, but no thanks. Oh. Never mind. It never goes well the first time. I'm sure you'll fare better with the next customer. Did that camera work? It's like he was judging me. He was disappointed. Fish here! Fish! A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by any chance? If so, I want to buy some amra. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be export quality. What do you need so many amra for? Why, for eating, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that much in no time at all. I'm a stock taker by trade, but with no vessels coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming in from overseas. But not a day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that and this and that. All of it wears me down, and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. She's a comfort eater. I know how you feel, yeah. Thank you. A pity you don't sell fruit, but I enjoyed our little chat. It took my mind off my troubles for a moment. No! I thought she was gonna be like, I'll take some of your fish. I'm sorry, Matsya. Never mind. If nothing else, you left her with a positive impression. Let's move on to the north side of town, shall we? Okay. This is it, boys. This is the sale. Big day coming. What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh God, my stomach. Ether sickness? No, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. Some fresh fish will settle your stomach. And mine are the freshest of all. Food is the last thing I need right now. Go and sell your fish to someone else. I'm sorry, Matsya. I'm such a bad salesperson. Never mind. We just approached him at a bad time, and timing is everything, yes? Thank you so much for your demonstration. It was a truly eye-opening experience. Let us return to the pier. Hug me, Matsya. Sorry I couldn't sell your fish. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. I did not do that, Matsya. Though you didn't manage to sell any fish in the end, but the way you fearlessly approached strangers gave me much courage. When I peddle my wares, I'll remember your example and endeavor to be fearless too. Oh. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope that things will return to normal for Kadjaya soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice, and who should it be but Matsya? Oh. Kadjaya, have you finished your business at the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me. Try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options. At this rate. So, you can't buy my fish anymore? I'm sorry, Matsya. I truly am. But for now, you must peddle your own goods. But, by myself, I can't. This is the saddest story yet. I want to help you, I do. But as it stands, I can barely help myself. I've poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I've friends and families depending on me, and I can't. I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. Okay. Kalzal. Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage. Somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. Oh, bye, Matsya. I already miss him. Well, thank you, Wanky. I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust. I see. We also heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods, but to think that it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use the faith of their hapless thralls to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Talafaroi. Stinny Winnie. That Matsya fellow you were helping. He's Arka Sudara, is he not? Apparently, 'tis almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be travelling alone? If his summoning is this perpetrator's aim, it doth stand to reason that Arka Sodara would be their primary targets. So maybe they're using them like they did at Pagalthan to summon their primal. For 'tis the faith of their ancestors which prevaileth in this land, and many are devout adherents still. We'd better go after him. Akyaali lies to the west, as I recall. The same direction as Kral's acquaintance, incidentally. It is settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. Okay. We get our next heading. Away we go. You do not see Matsya nearby, but the elevated ground up ahead may provide a better vantage point. Damn, this guy looks badass. Look at this motherfucker. Look at him. He looks like he would fucking destroy your insides with his tusks. You do not see Matsya from here either. No, leave me alone. Somebody help, help. Matsya's voice, and it came from the north. Oh, you fuckers. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Oh, I thought that was him I was killing. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. I'm here. I'm here now. I'm here. Got you. Huh? Where did they go? Why are you here? Perfectly on time as always, guys. I see you found him in time. You and your friends came to look for me? I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest. Think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We'd heard that the Arka Sodara were being targeted. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best if you took refuge in the city. We've considered it, me and the others, but fishing is all we know. The ocean all we have. I see. That's your decision to make, but you should take care not to travel alone. A question, if I may. 'Tis our understanding that strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell us of these things? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are. But I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities. Oh. Were they the little mini guys flying around from the thing? The trailer? For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot, House of Divinities in the old tongue. It means But they're not true divinities. They're monstrous imitations that bring only death. To have one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified art thou in thine outrage. Know that it is for no other purpose but to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In time we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we would learn all we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature? You've come all this way to save us? Really? To think I had you peddling fish? But to answer your question, yes, of course. We would gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please come to our village. We're good, gods-fearing folk, all of us, and we'd be honored to share our knowledge. And fish. What sayest thou? Shall we pay a visit to Akyaali? Wonderful. Just follow the road west and down the hill. You can't miss it. Unless you're me, who's really bad with directions. So, 'tis the simulacra of Thavnairian gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hanish are imprisoned in the tower. I pray that we will be able to save them. Though indeed, saving them will mean confronting their false gods, like as not. Aye, as you said, we'd do well to study their religious traditions. To Akyaali. Aw, is their little village? It has 2 houses. 3. Welcome to Akyaali, my friend. The name means white beach, and there isn't much here save that. But please make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any one of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than to start with Kanga and old Hasveda. They're free at the moment as it happens. You wish to know about our gods? What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish. In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it is whence you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. They can be divided into 2 groups. The Matsya, beings of wisdom who assume the form of men, and the Murga, beings of might who assume the form of beasts. Together, they are divinities. Their forms and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings, we strive to be better people and live better lives. But this guy looks a little different from the rest of them. Interested in learning about our gods, you say? Heh, that's what I like to hear. Prick up your ears then and listen. In ancient times, the Matsya and Murga, deities who look like men and beasts respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Matsya, the Murga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Okay? Likewise, the Matsya coveted the might of the Murga, and so they too resolved to trade heads. Thus were born new gods possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in an age of harmony between the 2 factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Matsya have worn animal faces, and the Murga the limbs of men. This is messed up. Okay. Alright. Apologies for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll which depicts 3 of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. Ooh, they are Matsya. You heard about them already, yes? 3 sisters. The center one is the eldest, Sindaruva, a goddess of wisdom. For this, alchemists hold her in the highest. To her right is the middle sister, Sandaruva, a goddess of wealth. She counts many traders among her followers. And on the left is Mindaruva, the youngest sibling. She presides over the crafts, and so is loved by the weavers. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works, which people keep in their homes for good fortune. Okay. In like fashion to the Matsya, the deities of Eorzea preside over myriad aspects of life. And what of the Mirga, if I may ask? The Mirga hold power over nature. In ages past, they were revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have an occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses Kadjaya's head, and he is venerated as the progenitor of the Arca Sodara. And then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. Stinny Winnie? You worship dragons too. It is said that an ancestor of the Satrap, that's the ruler of Radzat-Han, forged a covenant with the dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the satrap. Legend holds that if ever the satrap is in need, his dragon ally will fly to his aid. Oh. Dragon ally. Nidhogg. You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I am confident that the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. That is very kind of you to say. Thank you. I will pray for your success. Right. I believe it's time we sought out Kryle's acquaintance, an alchemist by the name of Nidhana. According to Kryle's notes, we were to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. Okay. Did you say you're going to see Nidhana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful. Kind and understanding. And did I say she's beautiful? I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day. Ow. Oh. Ow. And those eyes. When you meet her, take care you don't drown in them. Okay, Matsya, you stick to your fishing, buddy. And your storytelling, okay? You take care of yourself. This tower is like right here, guys. Oh shit. Let's go have a look. Let's go have a look. Oh, it's right here. Can I go out to it? I don't think I can. That's something, huh? Are they asleep or dead? They're not dead. Surely. Okay. Morning!
What happened here?
They went for a sleep.
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Oh, hello.
Oh, we have guests.
Who you be?
You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see.
They were sleeping, I told you. Unless he poisoned them. Hey.
I am Vashan, servant to the Satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
I don't trust this kid. He's kind of creepy.
People of the Great Work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
Yes,
Where?
my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
What are they?
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
What do they use them
Many
for?
thanks.
One for me.
Huh.
Those are dragon scales.
Oh, those kind of scales.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit. Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower.
Okay, they're working on shit.
Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people?
Hey. Morning.
Of course. You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Ah, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova!
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too.
Nice.
My head hasn't been
Specs.
this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
I want some.
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our Satrap has forged a lawful pact.
This is so intense.
That is well.
You must be quite familiar with Dragonkin, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not?
How do they know this?
I should like to draw a file or two, if so.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now, see here. Come along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
They're gonna die.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement. No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk?
Oh, all right then. Yeah, sure. Why not? Go
As
by
you may
me.
have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results.
In a cave under a rock.
Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
Oh, there's buildings here? I did not see those buildings. Okay. That makes more sense. Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world and we are grateful that you would assist with ours. Though Kryl herself is tied up with another investigation, who is an eminently capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So, if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify etheric emissions. Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the Satrap bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans. Talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower should they lack innate protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales proved the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Thanks to the scales provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon we will be ready to conduct a field test, and here is where you and your blessing of light come in. What exactly is it that you need me to do? Nothing complicated, I assure you. We ask only that you serve as an escort. Nothing new then, okay. I will explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. Ooh, cool. And so, for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields you. With your permission, of course. In that case, Urianger and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. If you are ready, then let us put your blessing to the proof. If you exit the great work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing to some preparations. Okay, testing my blessing. Alright. It has been quite some time. Okay, Heidelin, help me. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place, or climbing the hill. Not all are accustomed to physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat, tears, and many a sleepless night in the drunken Deepa. A Deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficacy. Upon activation, it will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sickness. For your test, you will be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you're ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. Alright, I'm ready. Commencing etheric exposure testing. Repeat, commencing etheric exposure testing. Retreat to a safe distance if you are not the subject. Follow the drunken Deepa's lead and try not to fall behind. Oh shit, he's zooming. Look at him go! Hey little buddy. Yay! Readying ether, please stand back. Okay. You were struck by a powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Subject has no irrepressible urge to empty their stomach. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Why does he make me move away to move? Maybe he's just shy. You are struck by another powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Subject's stomach and bowel integrity holding. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. You are struck by yet another powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. The blessing of light appears to be keeping you safe from harm. Subject fortitude rated impressive. No irregularities. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow and brace for final discharge. Hannah, you watching? You watching this? Watch this. You're struck by the strongest blast of ether yet, but survive completely unscathed. Etheric exposure testing concluded. Please collect and deliver me to the supervising alchemist. Ah, you've returned and not on your knees. A promising sign. But come, let me take the Deepa off your hands. Thank you. I shall replenish its ether for when we test the talisman. So, no dizziness or nausea or anything of the sort? You're feeling perfectly fine? Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With this, we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. You're a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of a spatial ink, but we have exhausted our stores of a key ingredient for it, spiritweed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some. With the recent spate of kidnappings, however, we Arca Sudara travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I would compensate you for your troubles, of course. Oh, hell yeah. First time somebody's ever said that, I think, in this entire game. I'm in your debt. Without further ado, let us head to Kadjaya's footsteps. It is situated on the road which runs east of the Great Work. I may simply be imagining it, but I feel as though we're being followed. Look on too! Tempered Imperial. Okay, motherfuckers. How many times we gotta deal with you guys? Gods, but that gave me a fright. To think that the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. Thank the sisters I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope. Good, good. Let's continue on then. It isn't far now, just through these pillars and up the rise. And here we are, Kadjaya's footsteps. Kadjaya was a great dancer, and those who follow in her, well, you know, they come to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is that spirit wheat grows here in abundance. I will set about harvesting at once, if you would be so good as to stand guard. The kidnappers aren't like to return soon, but better safe than sorry. I see no Imperials. We seem to be all clear. What do you reckon we see some heart blooms, huh?
Yes, that would be Radzad Khan. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began. The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the Satrap, the trials he must be facing.
Maybe allow me to go? Just a suggestion. What can you tell me of the Satrap?
Well, he is the most important person in Radzad Khan.
Why?
Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether. Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjor from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves.
It's always those ones, isn't it?
It was a direct ancestor of the present Satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today.
It's either the Lalas or the Hjors.
And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people, but when problems arise, it is the Satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the Satrap is what has allowed Radzad Khan to thrive all these years, and it was the Satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
I guess they're just scared.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
Ah, yes, TPS reports.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen?
Owen? The Allegan dude?
Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Van Daniel?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans.
Oh, shit.
And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal?
Did he change his voice? Or is that just me?
Complications be damned. For we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
What the heck is this dude talking about? Why did we just throw this cryptic cutscene in? We were having a nice little time up here. God Damn it, Fan Daniel, you little shit. I have enough spirit weed to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let us head back to the great work, shall we? My thanks again for your assistance. With your help, we're that little bit closer to completing our talisman. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. Wait, how much money did she give me? 1K, bitch! Okay, to be fair, okay. Their entire economy is in shambles. Trade has ceased. They're not even exporting, I would guess. I'll let this one slide. If you will excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. Ah, you're both back. Excellent. I have a message for you, Mistress Nidana. It would seem the stores of Giant Skull are running low. What? But when I last looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that was before Urianger told everyone about their tempering cure, and Estinian shared his knowledge of dragons. Your peers have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it from me to complain. But we will need to replenish our stores. I should be very happy to tend to this, if you like. As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I can't in good conscience send you out there alone while kidnappers are at large. Loath though I am to press another task on you so soon, might I ask you to fetch the Giant Skull? In case you're not familiar, Giant Skull is a type of ore found on the island. Owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity, it has applications in many disciplines, alchemy not least of all. The quarry where it is found, aptly named Giant Skull Grounds, isn't far away, so it shouldn't take much of your time. May we impose on you once more? Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named Zenuha. He will furnish you with the ore. At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens I have an errand of my own that will take me to the outpost nearby. May we borrow a pair of Hamza, Mistress Nidana? By all means, do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I will bring the Hamza to the entrance. Meet me there when you are ready. The Hamza? I guess we're riding elephants? Here are our Hamza too. If the creatures look similar, it is because they are close kin to your Eorzean dodos. Hamza have long been kept as livestock in Thavnair, and many a hatchery may be found here. Alas, the largest of these was recently razed by monsters from the tower. On account of said hatchery being situated near the tower, the Radiant Host repurposed its remnants as an outpost. That is where my errand takes me, and your own destination is but a stone's throw away. If you have no objections, let us first make for the outpost. We set forth at your word. Alright. Oh shit! Let us be off. If you haven't ridden dodos before, be warned that they have a wobbling gait. Yo, look at me go, boys. That spectacular formation stretching out of the water is called a Kadjaya, a word which means sword. The sword, legend holds, was wielded by the Matsya against the Murga before it was cast down at conflict's end. To the left, and requiring no introduction, is the tower. As you can see, it straddles the small isle. Almost there, through the main part of the hatchery is atop the cliff. The outpost itself is on the beach. Okay. Thanks, dodo birds. And here we are. Manned by the Radiant Host, this outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. Sheesh. Pretty ominous. Well, well, who should it be but young Varshan, on an errand for the Satrap? I am. His Excellency bade me come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty, but we are honored to receive His Excellency's regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of battle, no place for children. Your predecessor too often travelled alone. It's been, what, 2 years now since you took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went on to represent the Satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may now be, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition, and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the Satrap is unwavering. But I still worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you. We're not gonna kill a kid. Let's draw a line in the sand, Square. We're not gonna kill a kid at the start of the expansion, yeah? Alright? Alright, glad we get that settled. For you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? I will, Nabdeen. Thank you. And who might this be? Not Hanish by the look of him. Permit me to introduce 2 caves of the Eorzean contingent, come to assist in the making of the talisman. Saved the world multiple times. Need no introduction. From Eorzea, you say? Towers have appeared over there too, yes. Tell me, what is the situation like? Pretty dire, as always. It's pretty normal for there, honestly. It's like no different than normal. May I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of this threat, some of ours are understandably anxious. We would be glad for any tidings you can share. You two, bring Varshan the latest report and answer any questions he may have. I'm Hooty. Hi, Hooty. Ah, I've heard about you, the visitor from Eorzea. Is there anything you can tell us about the Telophoroi? We know that they're the ones behind the tower, and that they've declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing this? What is it that they want? This we don't understand. What? They want to die and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight with them with everything we have, like our Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. You wish to know about the tower? To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. The Tower of Zot, as folk have been taken to calling it, suddenly appeared where it did on the Isle of Narunair. We're safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water and you'll expose yourself to its corrupting ether. You're a foreigner, aren't you? How are they dealing with the tower in your homeland? Our struggles are not unique, and our hopes still lie with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. It occurs to me I have yet to properly introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the Satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with heretofore unknown threats such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our ranks. Even so, we struggle to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeeded in striking them down on the 2 occasions they came in force, we had to pay a heavy price. What of the towers in Eorzea? Do they likewise spawn monsters? They spawn primals, if that's what he means. So it's much the same everywhere. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered. You finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? I hope it was as enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub both, Radzat ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream dried up when trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. But come, you had best see to your original errand, as mine will keep me here a while longer. However, I'm afraid I cannot guide you the rest of the way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. You need but follow the road east. Upon the Hamza, you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together. Till we meet again. Don't go dying on me now. No sooner do you arrive at your destination than the Hamza dashes off. Little bitch. Aye, this is indeed the Giant Skull grounds, and I am Zenuha. Is there something you require? Giant Skull for the alchemists, you say, but of course they shall have it. They labour tirelessly to deal with the tower, and 'tis the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. Here you are, a sack of the purest Giant Skull. We always set some aside for our alchemist friends. Thanks. When you deliver it, let the good folk of the great work know that we're grateful for their efforts. If they need more, they need but ask. Okay. Ah! Jump scare! Ah, welcome back to. Dare I hope you have the Giant Skull? That'll be 100 million gil, please. Don't worry, I'll call it a loan. You pay back with interest when your economy recovers. Let's say starting 5% year over year, we're talking an extra 2%. How does that sound, huh? Oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype, one that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. When it is ready, it will be time for the true test, so please take your ease while you can. Something's about to happen, isn't it? It's too peaceful, calm, and quiet. You can spot me a mile away with that bow. It's insane. I'm gonna sit by the water.
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Why am I not at the club?
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
You think?
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
Has he been being harassed?
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat.
Oh.
Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault.
Yeah.
That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea.
Kinda true.
And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts?
Oh, Thanker definitely has. Oh, we know
There
that.
are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. Vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Yeah, he used to be Mr. Edgy. Whoa! What the fuck? Oh, he's leading us into something.
What did you see?
It's a trap.
Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
Oh, this lighting, what the heck?
It holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
We did it?
At long last.
Oh, don't kill them. I thought he was gonna wait until they got it and then kill them, and that would be depressing.
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments!
Yay!
We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Excellent.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
Start mass producing them.
Thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field.
How are you gonna do that?
It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Okay. Oh, you needn't ask. That's so mean. Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
She's their leader.
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example.
No.
But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
Just the foreshadowing. She's so gonna die. It's gonna be so sad. She's such a sweetie.
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away.
She reminds me of Dulia a little bit.
Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Alright. Big mission time. Oh, she knows she's gonna die as well. I have a feeling she's gonna turn into a primal. Oh shit, we can see the entrance. What the heck? That's cool. Dude, that looks so cool. Creepy, but cool. This is a rather finer boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray it does not come to that. But you must protect yourself. Other alchemists can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For all our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off. Alright. Okay. I'm getting kind of War of the Worlds vibes as well.
Cross the threshold of the tower's influence.
From the towers. Oh, there we go.
Any moment now.
Right on schedule. Oh shit. Let's go.
It's working.
Oh, I thought it turned off.
And you are still yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so, at least. I hope so. Damn, look at these things. You. Oh, it's
so
when it
far,
pulses.
So good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
Maybe I should go first. Maybe I should go first. Maybe I should go first.
A few more steps.
Oh no. No, why am I so far behind? Oh no.
Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And
Oh.
the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be.
No, I don't want to click next. Nidhana.
Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets.
Why is the door open like this? Ah! Oh! That's why! Don't close, don't close, don't close. Don't crush me. That'd be an easy way of dealing with a warrior of light. Whoa, look at this. Holy shit. Damn. Yeah, they are doing the same thing as the Amalja. Okay. Let's not set off any alarms. Oh no.
Oh, let me go. Oh, let me go.
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop. Oh, you can't do this. Please.
No. Ping an arrow at him too, you idiot. No! I'm not a melee, I'm a ranged. I could have hit him. Why? No. We can get her back, right?
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking.
What does that mean?
My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased.
Wait, his voice is back again.
My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
What are you talking about? Oh! Just yeeted it.
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Vandaniel, the sundered Ascian.
No.
I inherited the position and the soul of the Vandaniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking.
Okay. How did that happen?
Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Vandaniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am.
So who are you?
How to explain?
Just tell me your
Perhaps
name.
if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace.
Yeah.
Although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded.
All of this pretext, you could have just told me your name.
I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
Still not ringing no bells.
Amon, at your service.
Amon? The clone? Or, no, the king? Or the...
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments?
Is this how the Allegans turned all bad? Because it was him? No way. Really? Holy shit. If I remember right, he was the one that, like, ruined them, right?
That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe. No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence.
His voice changed again. So that's the voice of Amon.
For they were ever hungry for stimulation. Slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged.
By killing everyone?
I resurrected a legend. Our first and greatest emperor.
Xerxes?
And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon.
Zande, that's it.
No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
Shit.
You know as well as I that
Hey!
the Emperor stands to lose this war. And so I have come to claim you.
Look who it is.
For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation.
It was Emmett the Convinced. What?
Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
Oh my god, dude, the callbacks. Wow!
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
No! The blackness. Uh-oh. Is that poison gas?
So easily distracted. Why, I almost left without saying farewell. As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades.
Shit. So she's still alive.
We shall meet again. Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
He keeps talking about this place. I still don't know where he's referring to. The spiky tower? Oh. We'll free her. I know it. We'll get her back. Damn, man, what a cutscene. Holy shit. I have a lot of thoughts. I don't even know what thoughts I have, but I have a lot of them. Am I gonna have to go back and do the Crystal Tower all over again so I get the context? Don't make me do that. Don't make me do it, please. But seriously, like, so Emmett was the one that kind of brought him to the convocation to take over the soul of Fandaniel. That's so weird. So I wonder at that point, had they already summoned Zodiark? I guess it would be? Because Fandaniel doesn't really seem to care that much about Zodiark or anything like that. Any of the kind of normal Ashen tropes and motivations, he doesn't really seem that concerned about. I guess it's because it's not him. But if he was there, he would have like had a hand in it maybe. So Amon brought about Xande, and Xande was basically the one who doomed the Alligans. And before that happened, Emmett saved, or convinced at least, Amon to take over the body of Fandaniel, who was on the convocation, and now this is the outcome so far. Anyway. Ah, you are returned, but where is Mistress Nidana? Manusia preserve. Just when we had succeeded in making the talisman. And it's gone too, oh no. The talisman could... Luckily, they still have the knowledge, so that's okay. I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to the great work. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What happened? Lots, man, lots. So it was Fandaniel after all. Damn that bastard. I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily lest we endanger Nidana and the other captives. First, we must inform everyone of the situation, Nidana's colleagues included. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. Oh, Nidana. Can you answer me this? Though Nidana is trapped in the tower, she's still alive, yes? I think... Then we must make warding skills, as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nidana proved a peril to herself. So let us make more skills, that she and all those who were taken might be saved. For those we can yet save. Let's go. Aye, as alchemists, this is how we'll help win the fight. My friends, the Satrap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link pearl that he might personally discuss the production of the warding skills with you. And for our Eorzean visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nidana noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. This fact came to the Satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. Wait. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable, will you not accompany me to Raz Adhan for an audience with His Excellency? We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be for the benefit of all. Then it is settled. Please come to the gates of the East Giant Skull grounds, and I will show you into the city. Here we go, boys. New city. We're here. Sheesh. Look at this. This looks amazing. Oh, damn. All present, then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert, and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times. In we go. Hey, yo, look at this.
A vast rock squats upon Thavnair, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rads-at-Han.
Okay.
Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods,
The eye.
gate's most watchful eye.
Ah.
The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
It's like the Great Gatsby. But they're watching.
Pass
The elephant on
beneath
the
its
door.
hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
Whoa! Are we entering a dungeon?
The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies
Ayo.
accented by dancers' feet.
I like this place. Alrighty.
Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
What is this? Okay, okay. Crank up the saturation. Do it, do it, do it. Or do they do this on purpose?
But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
So everything's empty. The whole bustle is gone. Bustle, bustle. Huh. Interesting. When was this released? I have a feeling this is like how COVID felt.
Here we are. Megaduta. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
It's kind of sad that we didn't enter it in like a better time. It would have been cool.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside.
I'm curious how they protect against, like, Fandaniel here. Or anybody else.
Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Hey, bro. What's up?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, Satrap of Rads-at-Han.
Ahawan. Okay, Ahawan.
Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Gratitude? You're sitting in a palace. Maybe a little more than gratitude would be nice. But Nidana, she was taken.
A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not.
I think not. Why not?
This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Hey, yo.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
The scales. Old Estinian knows something.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
Raise the curtain? What is this, Wizard of Oz? Who is this? I'm assuming it's a dragon.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me.
It's not Nidhogg, is
Even
it?
here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Holy shit.
I am Vritra.
Ah.
And for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra.
Vritra? Of the first brood? Sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg?
What the fuck is he doing in this place behind a curtain?
Aye, mine elder brothers. Of Midgard Sorma's spawn. I was last to hatch.
I know your dad. Hopefully he'll be back soon. It's been quite some time.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Khan had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the Satrap's own hall.
Behind a curtain, no less.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive with the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years,
but those
an understanding
here
between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility.
Thancred, Thancred, Thancred.
When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat Khan.
Damn. That's crazy. They have a dragon in charge.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as Satrap is just...
A charade. Yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Wow.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
Again?
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh.
Like, in the kid?
The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radzat Khan.
What?
With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
This kid, he's a humanoid robot?
Ah, that would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
Holy shit, these reveals.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood.
So they are kind of like one, Vritra and Varsan. This is so
From
weird.
the very first, we sensed the nature of one another. Yet did neither one of us bear his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
What are the chances, man? What are the chances that we bring Estini along because he joins the Scions and then he ends up coming here and meeting his brother? Like, hello?
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Rads at Han. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence.
His dragon model looks so fucking badass.
Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Maybe 4 people?
So. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told.
Yes, sir.
Upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear.
You love to hear it.
Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions.
Oh.
And
hell yeah.
should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the 4 of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go, steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Sharlayan is in order.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Those friends. Hello? Oh, goodbye.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Nay.
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Rads at Han, I see no reason to refuse. Nor will I.
He's in.
I am in thy debt.
Shit, that was some respect. Damn! There's a dragon in here. Oh wait, are we not allowed to go back in? We not go back in? No. I guess we gotta do the task first. Somehow take down the tower, and then they'll allow us in. Wow, okay. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but now we have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Sharlayan and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zot. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the Aetheryte here before departing, unless you enjoy violent nausea. I did that like 3 hours ago, dude. Just as I was getting used to balmy Thavnair, we're back in chilly Sharlayan. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, everyone appears to be here, so let us take stock of all the developments and discoveries. Alright. Okay, that's probably a pretty good place to call it. Next time we're taking down the Tower of Zot. I'm looking forward to that. It's a very interesting vibe shift between Sharlayan and Thavnair, but a lot of the cutscenes we got there were pretty insane, and I still have a lot to process. The whole Allagan callback thing is insane, and the Emmett stuff as well. It was Emmett that actually made it happen. with Van Daniel. Yeah, there's just so much to process, and I'm just so excited to see how this all plays into the rest of the story. And as well, a lot of the stuff here in Sharlayan, we still haven't got an answer to. What are they up to? What's this like great purpose, duty thing that they've been charged with? I feel like there's some relevance to what we just saw with the Alligans, though I have no idea how. So I'm really looking forward to finding all that out. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you're new here. Welcome. You guys can become a member if you like the channel, you like the content, and you want to help support me. I really appreciate it so much. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you guys next time for the next episode. Take care. Peace.